Now, there's almost no growth in Florida's dairy industry. Just like in Louisiana, dairy farmers here are fighting increased inputs and low prices. But as This Week in Louisiana Agriculture's Kristen shows us, one dairy owner is selling more milk by inviting families to his family farm.
2009 almost milked the U.S. dairy industry dry. Florida was no exception. Over the last 5 years, the number of dairy farms in the Sunshine State decreased by more than 50%, from more than 300 farms to only 139 today. Increased input costs are partly to blame.
Last year was, a horrific year. I thank God for the year before when the milk prices were up. And
Karen Dakin says the bad market forced her family to try branding their own milk label.
One of the reasons we opened up the milk bottling facility was to try and balance out those ups and downs in our market on our own.
By processing and bottling their own milk, the Dakins cut out the middleman. That means more profits for them. And the Dakins discovered that once they started bottling, people wanted to come see.
Marketing from the bottling standpoint and from the tour, one feeds the other. So they really do blend together. People like to come see where their milk is coming from. You'll find a good market for people that are looking for things back in a more wholesome state. So when they can actually see where their milk is coming from and touch and feed calves and see how these cows are treated and how they sleep and how they eat, it's really an eye-opener for people.
The Dakins built catwalks and viewing rooms for guests to see the entire process, from feeding,
and this is example in the buckets here,
to milking, to bottling. The farm draws visitors from across the country, even fellow dairy farmers like Louisiana's own Dean Grainer.
Oh, it's very impressive. I like the mere fact that it's a processor as well as a producer, in that there you bring more of the money back home to you by processing it as well.
The Dakins believe it's agritourism which sets their farm apart from the rest, but that's just the bait that gets people hooked to the freshest milk in town.
I've even been in the grocery stores where I've seen the kids go, "Mommy, Dakin milk, I went to their farm, you need to buy that milk." And it's such it's so rewarding.
We don't want children to believe that milk comes from your local grocery store.
And the Dakins are helping spread that message, 1/2 gallon at a time. In Mayaca City, Florida, I'm Kristen for This Week in Louisiana Agriculture.
Last year, more than 8,000 people came here to the Dakin farm to see these Holstein and Jersey cows do what they do best. This year, they're expecting more than 20,000 visitors.